Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Houston Texans.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Philadelphia Eagles. A first down throw for Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Cameron. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse. 4th down play to result in 20. Off the play fake. Watts. Throw left side complete. It's Fisher. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Eagles from 13 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
But apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere.
And this is caught. A touchdown, Philadelphia. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game and we can kind of do what we want.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Call it a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to...
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 53. Nice, sweetheart.
Play action now. Prescott under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Going to throw right side here, complete. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
Officials so cognizant. Into that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
A 10-yard loss.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Here we go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 6.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Number 82.
From 21 yards away. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Kill.
Off play action. Watts. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey, check right.
Off the play fake. Watts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
For the extra point.
Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And 13.
Prescott from the gun. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rocco switch. 25, check 25. He's crashing.
On 1st down, Cameron. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Number 31.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Roll. Slam. Check 3. Check. Switch, go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
65. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run on 1st down. Cameron. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Check 50.
They'll try the left side. Cameron. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 21.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Cameron. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll try the left side. Cameron. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
To 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Sock, baby. That's baby sock. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Watts. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 9.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check three, check three, check three.
They'll run with Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Just like that.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he's able to get it out of there. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And again this time to the tailback. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd and 10.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Watts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
Mike Six. Mike Six. Quit talking to me.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Texans 7.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Returning it, Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off play action. Watts. The pass complete. To Hakeem Butler.
Hakeem Butler. That's good for an Eagles.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down throw complete downfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Off the play fake, Watts. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 23-yard line.
Dak going to try and run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 34. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Prescott going to keep again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Eagles' 35-yard line.
Another run here with Sanders. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He has been on his A game. We're in the third quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Right there. Ricky. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. So we got man.
Off play action. Watts. That's complete to Butler. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. Off the play fake. Watts. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Off play action. Watts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Hakeem Butler. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, That's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield.
The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Eagles.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Texans first down.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Set the tone, defense. You set the tone, defense.
Throwing, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see. What this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now here's Johnson.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
At the 7-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to throw. Watts. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here we go. Oh, switch. Cougar 19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And this offense is running away with this one.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jordan Brooks in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jordan Brooks able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
3 and out.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. It's fielded at the 45. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Eagles.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 49 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Down, Eagles.
From 4 yards out. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Incomplete. Brings up.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Prescott. He'll find Aguara complete. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A loss of.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
51 to Mike.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Right here, guys.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. But in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Their own 23-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Watts. Throw left side complete. It's Fisher. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Off play action. Watts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Houston set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now Prescott. Samuel bringing in the slant. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston.
Prescott's pass.
Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone.
The Eagles take over first and...
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. Right back to him on first down, and he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Off the play fake. Watts. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big change in field position there. Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. it simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Hey, alert three, alert three.
On first down, Cameron, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Number 31.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, Houston.
Looking to throw. Prescott. The throw right side going to be complete to DeGuara.
Prescott's
A
pass.
good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Eagles.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Cameron. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And what are the whistles for? Timeout.
4 yards.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
4-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Warriors 70. Let's get some penetration. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Off play action. Watts. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
You got 19 Lions. Mike 51.
Off the play fake. Watts. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
77.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points